Good morning, student. Welcome to the class. Student, today we'll learn about for loop in Python, how to use the loop in Python, and what is the loop. Loop means if you want to repeat a word, a line, any sign more than one times, then we are using the for loop. For loop means if you had given the condition that word, suppose hello world, you have to print 5 times, then you have to give for loop condition. Then loop will continuously run, continuously doing the cycling. After cycling means if you had given the 5 times, it will display that particular statement or line up to 5 times, and then it will show exit from the that conditions. Mean conditions is you have to give the for loop. List, tuple, string or other table objects, these are the sequence called traversal. Then syntax for loop is for where in sequence and body of for. It means here val is the variable that takes the value of that item inside the sequence of each iteration. Means suppose we have to one here val variable means you have to initialize one variable there. All the loop items will be stored there at sequence wise. Then loop continues until we reach the last item in the sequence. The body of the for loop is separated from the rest of the code using indentations. It means that continuously it will show the output until the loop conditions where you have, suppose you had given the 5 times you have to print, until the 5 times completed it will show the output, and then after that it will go out from the indentation, that code. Then here the flowchart is given here. What is the flowchart of for loop? Means here for each item is sequence. This is the decision box. Last time reach means here when the loop start, it will go to the body part, and then again it will go to the decision box. Then again the loop not completed, again it will go to the body part. Then from body part it will go to the decision box, like this till the 5 items. 5 items means I am giving the example of 5 items. You had, if you want to give more than 5 items, then you will give for conditions. Then until the 5 items completed, then it will go to the yes part. Yes part is given here after the decision box. Then if yes matched, 5 items displayed, and if 5 times displayed that hello world, then it will go to the yes, and where it is go, exit the loop. Means after completing the 5 loop means 5 times display the hello world, it will go to the exit loop. Like this the for loop works in a program. Here the example is given here. Python for loop, program to find the sum of all the numbers. Here number is given here, variable we have taken here numbers, and then where you want to store it is its variable name is sum. And here we are giving the condition for variable in numbers, sum equal to sum plus variable. Means number and variable we are calling here, and where it will store, it will store in the sum. After sum plus variable means sum will increase. It means it is using the for loop condition. Sum will increase 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 like this. The sum will increase, and then the sequence wise it will show. Sequence wise it will do the addition and then show in the sum. After that the sum program means after that the count addition of the program, addition of all the numbers will show as the output. So output is the sum is 48. Like this the for loop used here in the program. Then come to the range function. We can generate a sequence of number using range function. Range 10 will generate number from 0 to 9 numbers. So we are using, if you want to show the loop and if you want to use a function, so here we are using the range function, and here at the function if you are giving the number, that number it will start from 0 and then it will convert, means 10 times it will go through the loop. 10 numbers is given here. So we can also define the start and stop and step size as range. In the range we are giving the means arguments, start and arguments we are giving here. Like this, if you want to give, then give the range, then it will go through according to the range which we had given in the program. The range object is lazy in a sense because it does not generate every number that contains when it created. However, it does not iterate sequence in support in length and get item operations. So the force of this function output all the items will be list. Here what we are giving, here we are giving the list. List means the print range of 1 to print range of 10. It means it will print the 0 to 9. Then here it will list range means list means all the list will show 0 to 10, like this it will show. Here it is given here that list first 0 to 10 it is given, then the second 0 to 9 it is showing, then 2 to 7 means range between 2 to 7 means 2 it will print, and then up to 7 it will show. Then list of 23 that 3 it is given here, so it means 2 to start and 3 continue up to 3, that means start from 2 and end from the 3. We can use the range function in for loops iterate through a sequence of numbers. It can be combined with len function to iterate through the sequence using indexing. Here is the examples. Example is given here. Program through the list pop, rock and z. It is given here. Then if I in range len genre, then print I like genre I. How to like means genre, all the three blocks are given pop, rock and z, and if you want to print then it will print like this. I like it will add, and I like all the item it will add the I like, and then with the help of this legend it will one by one it will execute, and it will show the 3 items given here, then it will display the 3 items to, one by one means by default I like it is given there, and generally all the 3 name is given here pop, rock and z. It will show like this in the output. I like pop, I like rock and I like z, like this it will display. Then here for loop with else. A for loop can have an optional else block as well as. The else part is executed if the item is the sequence used in for loop exhaust. It means it is optional for you. If you want to use the else part, then you can use, otherwise you can use the break keyword to stop a loop. It is given here. The break keyword can be used to stop a for loop. In such case the else part is ignored. Hence for loop else part runs if no break occurs. It means if you want to give the else part, then no need to give the break, and if you are giving the break, then no need to give the else part. It means if break is not there, the else part will run in the for loop. Here it is, example is given here. Digit is given and digit I in the digit. For condition for loop is given I in the digit, then print I. I in the digit means if you want to print the I, then it will print 015. Else print no items left. So here we are printing the I, then digits are there in the 015. So here it will show the, what it will show, how many digits are there, number are given here 015, then it will show 015, and here we had not given any break line, break, that here it is given here na break keyword, we are not given here any break keyword, so that else part also it will display here no items left. It is given here. Here the for loop prints item for the list until the loop exhausts. When the loop exhausts, it executed the block of code in the else part and print the for else statement. Prints. This for else statement can be used with the break keyword to run the else block. Only the break keyword was not exited, means we had not given any break keyword, so it will show the, it will print the else part also. And if we are giving the break part here, so it will not display the else part items. So here it is given program to display student mark. Student mark it is given here. So marks is given gems 90, Julie is 55. So if you want to display the marks, it is given if student marks equal to student name, it is given to print marks of student, otherwise break line is also given, and if break line is given, so here the else part will not display. So here no entry with that name is found here. No entry with that name is found here means here only the if condition is, if for condition will be executed here, and after that the break is also given. So after that the else part of print will not be displayed in the output. So this is the topic for loop, and some examples I am giving explain here. The next topic we'll discuss in the next class. Thank you.